Since recently I started to get more and more positive feedback on the things that I talk about in this small blog, I wanted to share one more life hack, one more way to study abroad with you. Um, Currently, I'm in Los Angeles, and this life hack is from someone who has been here for a while and who is a native here. This one is really like 100% true, and it works really, really well. So, a lot of people want to study in the United States, and we all know how expensive it might be. So, sometimes the price ranges go up to like $100,000 a year, for example, in Pepperdine University. And Ivy League schools, they need about like $80,000. So even though those are like the top numbers, in general, you will pay about $50,000 a year just for tuition without room and board. Of course, there are different types of financial aid, but in order to apply for them, you need to be a citizen here, and people who want to study here from abroad, obviously they are international and cannot apply for it. But there is a way to minimize the costs of your education if you didn't, for example, win a scholarship, which is true for the majority of people, because it's really, really hard to do that. It's kind of a lottery, even if you are super gifted, like intelligent, stuff like that. So the thing that you need to do is you need to apply for community college. Community college is it's like a university, but it doesn't give you a bachelor's degree. Sometimes they give, sometimes they don't, but usually they don't. That's why it's a college. Community college gives you an associate degree, which could be enough for you in order to apply for jobs already. So an associate degree is a 2-year degree. It's a half of a bachelor's degree. For some purposes, it might be enough. It gives you the optional personal training after your visa expires, for example. And so it gives you all the perks, apart from like you don't spend twice the time that you would have spent in a bachelor's degree. But the thing is, once you graduate from the like top community colleges, which is not hard to get in, I think that if you have enough like IELTS exam and SAT exam above 1200 or so, you will be accepted if you have the right motivation, of course. But once you graduate from there, you will be able to transfer into a 4-year institution, and you will only need to finish your last 2 years. For example, UCLA has that policy, and all of the best students of Santa Monica Community College, they are accepted if they want to transfer there. So if you see the stats from UCLA, you will see that only people who have graduated from the community college have been transferred there. Even, for example, people who want to transfer to UCLA from UC San Diego, which is a great institution as well, they need to apply, but they rarely get in. So usually nobody accepts those applications. Even such schools as Harvard, MIT, Princeton rarely, but sometimes they do. They might accept you as a transfer student from community college. What's great about a community college is once you start studying there, it's not really challenging academically wise, so it's not that hard to get good marks. And while you study there, you can do as many research projects, maybe businesses if you are business oriented, or just building up your portfolio if it's more design or architecture oriented. You might be able to build like your personal brand. So once you graduate after 2 years time, you will be a whole new person, and your application will look very, very different, and colleges will have a better idea of why you should be studying there, and greater institutions will offer you scholarships and a position at their university. With an associate degree, you'll be able to work part-time during your bachelor's degree already, so it will be a more well-paid job, so it will not be the bare minimum that students are usually paid. And with your portfolio, you will be actually able to work maybe according to your specialization. So the two colleges that I have been researching lately, and where I have a lot of friends now, are Santa Monica Community College and Glendale Community College. Both of them are good community colleges, but you might find them all over the country. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters here is your motivation and willingness to really work beyond the school program and be aimed towards progressing into a bachelor's degree in the future. So I've got many emails since my last videos about like seeking advice and stuff. I'm really proud that my content is creating new opportunities for you guys. So keep on notifying me, asking me questions. Yeah, thank you.